Meet Aticharn and SueChing, the duo behind Thai YouTube channel Spin9, which has nearly 700,000 subscribers. And earlier this year, they decided to make the trip from their home of Bangkok all the way down to Singapore and back up in an EV.
So we managed to get the chance to catch up with them over a typical good old Singapore kaya toast.
Buy or sell your car now with CarBuyer Singapore and check out the latest automotive content with us.
Okay, so this is Aticharn and this is SueChing. So welcome to Singapore, guys.
Thank you.
So tell us, how did you come here?
We drive a car.
Yeah,
Drove here to
we
Singapore.
drove here.
Yeah.
What car was it?
It's a BMW iX3.
Okay.
It's all electric.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where did you start your journey?
In
Bangkok.
Yeah.
Bangkok. So Bangkok all the way down through Malaysia to Singapore. Here we
Yeah.
are.
So what's the distance of the total trip?
Yesterday we tracked from the car. It's like 2,120 kilometers.
Wow.
Nothing, right? Just like driving to the grocery store and back.
When we passed through Singapore immigration and checkpoint,
Right.
he asked me that how many stops did you make? It's like I said like 3 days.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And have you ever done another like a cross-border trip in an ICE car, or has it always been an EV?
Not by myself. Like we have been cross-border like Malaysia to Thailand in a van before.
Oh yeah, we weren't the one who drove it back then, but like I was from the south of Thailand, so my family and I would always drive to Alor or Penang
Uh-huh.
to do some shopping and then drive back, and it was always an ICE car. So this is the first time that we drove an EV car to cross borders.
So what made you decide to switch from an ICE to an EV like 2 years ago, you mentioned?
Yeah. I think it was the right time to switch. At that time, we know that EV is quite early stages, especially in Thailand, right? But we think our lifestyle, we're not driving a car more than the range of the EV battery anyway in one day. So we can always come back to charge at our place.
Okay.
So I think it was the right decision.
Yeah, and I think he hardly wanted to try some new things. You know, it was a challenge to him because he's a car reviewer, and he got a chance to review so many different types of EV cars, and he just figured that it would be great to own an EV car, and I think he felt like it was a challenge to him.
Yeah, it's like a game.
Yeah. So speaking about challenges, what are the challenges that you face when driving an EV, say on a cross-border trip, that you can, tell other EV drivers who want to do the same, that you can look out for or prepare?
In the past, we did some similar trip, like Bangkok to Chiang Mai, Bangkok to Hat Yai. So it's like 700 to 900 kilometers, the trip. It wasn't a problem. I think most EV users, EV owners, they know already that how to plan the charging station, where is the charging station is, and DC charger, AC charger, they can plan, right?
Yeah.
They have to spare some time for the charging, and they can calculate that in their head when they do a road trip. But for cross borders, it's another story.
Okay.
Yeah. We plan in plug share app and everything that you know for an EV. But when we reach Malaysia and we try the very first DC stop, they're gonna use the different apps that we use in Thailand, right?
Yes.
So they have like their own like Malaysian platform, Malaysian network apps, right?
Yes.
And some of the apps they need some registration using Malaysian number.
Okay.
So you need to be a local
So that's an issue.
in order to register for an account.
Right.
And there's one largest network in Malaysia. It's called Charge EV. They need annual subscription.
Wow.
So you need to pay in order to get a physical membership
Yes.
card
Okay.
to tap at the charger
Okay.
in order to use it. It doesn't make sense to us to pay an annual subscription
For one-time use.
for one-time use
Yeah.
or few-time use, and we don't have a Malaysian address to wait for the shipment of the physical card to tap it. And this is the largest Malaysian network.
Okay.
So we a bit struggle in Malaysia because of most chargers that we plan in the app before we started the trip, we cannot use it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about the infrastructure in Singapore? Do you think the infrastructure is good enough for EV drivers, or for even say, if I'm an ICE driver and I would want to convert, do you think the infrastructure is ready in Singapore?
I think
More than ready.
more than ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better than I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
Like we search the plug share app, only DC charger in Singapore is like all around, like everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And even right now that we are doing this interview, my car is still charging at the building nearby. So it's like perfect for
There are so
everyone
many
to use.
pins on the map, and every time you see so many pins, you're so happy, you know, because as you said that you need to make a plan every time
Right.
before we start our trip, but you can't just have one plan. You always have to have
Options.
plan B, plan C, and we
Yeah.
even talking about plan X, plan Y, or
Yes.
even plan Z, because everything can go wrong
Of course.
every time.
Yeah, but also a problem when we register for the SP group
Okay.
application in Singapore.
Yeah.
It also needs Singapore number.
Oh, you need that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as for our short time visit, I'm using Thai number like
Yeah.
+66. So we register for that account.
Okay.
There's no other option. Only +65. So then how can I register this?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But the rest will be fine. After I got an account, I put my Thai credit card in. I can
Smooth.
just scan QR code. Everything's so smooth.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. So apart from the creating of the account, it's been smooth for charging here in Singapore. Okay, that's great to know.
Yeah, I think it's been smooth.
And especially for like Singapore EV consideration to buy an EV car, right? I think it's more than enough. Like Singapore is not big,
Right.
right? So the range of most EV cars would be like enough anyway to drive along. And
More than enough.
Yeah, more than
Yeah.
A
enough.
lot of Singaporeans are like concerned about that. That's their biggest concern. Oh, I have to charge, but they don't want to plan their trip.
Yeah, true.
Oh, you don't have that range anxiety anymore. Like living in Singapore, if you drive an EV car, I would feel pretty relaxed about it, knowing that there are so many stations to charge.
Yeah, and one full charge, I think you can drive like around the island
Yeah, a
for
few, like two or three times maybe around.
Yeah,
Not from
that's
Bangkok,
enough.
You can drive it in Singapore.
Exactly, exactly.
True.
So, do you have any plans to drive up north? Maybe.
Maybe to Russia? Follow the what's the Oriental Express? No.
It's like a trans.
Yeah, the Trans-Siberian Railway.
Yeah.
Follow that route.
Don't put ideas in his head. You know, like this trip happened because there was this one time that I said to him, after we drove an EV car from Bangkok to Hat Yai, and then I said, well, once the Thailand-Malaysian borders reopen, we can drive into Malaysia. And in my head, I thought that would be difficult. Right? I even thought that it was impossible. But then after we joked about it and he said, oh, then why not drive all the way to Singapore? And
I keep pushing it.
I took it as a joke, like, that's funny, ha ha ha. But then a few months later, he really started on planning the trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you're really going with this. Okay.
This is really happening.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
So if it only have a bridge to, from Singapore
Japan.
to Indonesia or something like
We
that.
would go anywhere.
You'll be there already.
Well, it's fun. I think it's good for the relationship too, to have something that we're planning together and we actually go through with it
Experience
together.
together as well.
Yeah.
You really have to love each other so much in order to pull off something like this.
You stay in the car like how many hours a day, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And
that's
when,
true.
when things go wrong and you feel like you need to blame each other, yeah, that's
You only
when
have each
it's
other.
really
That's how you know
challenged.
it works when
Yes.
you can survive such a long
Yeah.
trip together.
Yeah, so for all the people watching right now, you want to test your relationship,
Go on a road trip.
EV road trip.
Super long.
It has to be EV road trip too.
And okay, for our last question,
Where would you say? Okay, so since you have Yakun Kaya tours in Bangkok,
Uh-huh.
and now you've tried this, right? And you've also tried Yakun here in Singapore.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
where would you say has the best Kaya tours?
I think here.
Yeah.
Coffee shop or Singapore in general?
I think this shop.
I don't know.
I would recommend
love
anyone.
all the kaya. I came here and then the first thing that I bought is a bottle of kaya from the
Yeah.
supermarket.
Wow, okay.
I miss it so much. I love the kaya here.
Yeah.
So for me, it can be the kaya can be spread on anything, any kind of bread, anywhere, and I already love it.
You know, in Singapore, they made up some concoctions like Thai pizza,
Oh,
really?
Yeah, there are such
banana
things.
slices.
okay.
Can you still find it now?
Maybe. Like
That's where we go next
There
after
might,
this.
there might be a Pizza Hut. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they have all these funky flavors, so
Yeah.
it's possible they actually find
We
it.
feel like we can find nasi lemak everywhere in Malaysia.
Oh,
We
yeah.
stop by KFC in Malaysia. They have a nasi lemak menu in KFC.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
something like that here in
No,
Singapore?
KFC is not as fun as Malaysia. That's
Oh,
the thing.
okay.
They have better fast food.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think if you are living in Singapore, it would be very easy to drive an EV car from here to Malaysia, right?
Correct.
Yes, yeah. But
Easily.
then again, they also have their. I mean, I'm sure you experience it. You have to plan your stops to make sure you can charge it.
Charging and everything.
Yeah.
So why not drive all the way to
To
Bangkok
Bangkok.
and to
It's our
Chiang Mai?
And we'll find you in
I am
Thailand.
trying
Yeah.
to get that done. CarBuyer Singapore. I am trying to get that done. Let's do it.
We'll be there waiting for you. I will take you to favorite restaurants in Bangkok.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
I would love. Oh, let's do it, please.
Yes.
I wanna
Let's do it together. Yeah.
We'll find
Actually,
the,
this
the
is
best red rubies, the best pad thai.
Ah, the top tier.
yeah,
The best
yeah, we will
one.
show you all. Yeah, and at the time that we're talking, this we also need to drive this car back to Bangkok. This is only halfway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
This is
good.
only
Yeah.
halfway for us. So,
So
in
you know when
total,
we-
will be like 4,000 kilometers.
4,000. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, it's been fantastic, and we wish you a very safe trip back
Thank
to
you
Thank
very
you
Thailand.
much.
so
we
much.
need
Hopefully,
that.
we'll meet you there one
We'll
day
be
as
waiting
well.
for you
Please, please.
on your EV trip to
We will.
Bangkok.
We will too. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having us.